I'm back with another video, and today, well, first, before I even get started, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, a wonderful evening. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend. I'm literally just getting over COVID, and I've been sleeping a lot for like the past 2.5 days, 2 or 3 days. I haven't really had that much energy. I was actually trying to post a video like 2 or 3 days ago, and I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't up to it. I couldn't get myself to get out of bed and start recording or do any of that, but I also didn't want the time frame to be so, what am I trying to say? Basically, I didn't want you guys waiting too long on another video. So we're gonna get right into it, and I can't remember if I already said it in the beginning or not, but today we're gonna be talking about, sorry about that, we're gonna be talking about spiritual warfare and how to spot the enemy, part 2. Part 1 is on my Instagram at Dasjunique, which is the same as my YouTube channel. And I did that video last summer, and I was just trying to tell people like how to watch out for certain energies, how to feel for them, how to look at people's actions and know that it's not really them, it's not the person in human form, it's what's inside of them, their spirit. And most of the time, if it's bad, it's the enemy. So I'm going to break it down for you guys and give you guys a little bit of advice and how to look out for it and yada, yada, yada. So, yeah. I want to start off by saying, whether we believe it or not, we are all in a spiritual warfare. Every single one of us, whether you're a believer, a non-believer, whether you believe in Jesus Christ or not, we're all in a spiritual warfare. We are all under attack. The enemy is always trying to attack us. The enemy is very present. The devil and his people, it's just crazy how real it is, but at the same time, you can't see it with the naked eye, so you have to feel it, but it's there whether we choose to believe it or not. So I want to say that the enemy waits for the perfect opportunity to come in and attack. So what I mean by that is, let me ask you a question. Have you ever woken up angry or upset or in your feelings, and then you're in your little mood and you're in your house or whatever, and you have a little attitude, and someone's like, dang, what happened to you? Or dang, look who woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It's not you, it's the enemy, and he can attack whenever he wants if you're not protected and if you're not on the lookout. So one of the ways he will try to attack you, yes, is in your sleep. And however he tries to do it, the type of nightmare you have or dream you have, or the mood you're in, that negative mood you're in when you wake up, that's him. Because it doesn't make any sense. If your body is asleep, your mind's at peace or whatever, and your brain goes through stages of it goes through different stages when you're falling asleep. So at one point, your body becomes paralyzed because you're in a deep sleep, right? So how can you wake up upset or wake up angry if you're completely separated from the rest of the world and you're sleeping? It's him. So that's one of the ways he tries to attack. Another way to know that you're under spiritual warfare or the enemy is present or whatever is if you're constantly confused and hearing different voices, or feeling to my believers, if you feel like you're not hearing God enough. I'm looking down at my notes. If you feel like you're not hearing God enough and he's not really answering your prayers, and your memory is clouded and fogged, that's the enemy trying to he's trying to confuse you, because he sees the path that you're on. He sees what God has planned for you and all the good things. So he's trying to get in your head and make you overthink and make you just stressed and uncomfortable, so you can sit and not do anything and not go out and be the best that you can be. When moments like that happen, and it's been happening to me a lot recently, being confused and stressed out and not really knowing which direction to take in life, and just the typical anxiety and anxiousness and all that stuff. When moments like that happen, you literally just have to stop in that moment. Stop whatever you're doing. You need to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and you need to ground yourself. You need to, whatever anchors you, whatever brings you peace and allows you to feel still when there's a bunch of craziness going on. You need to become anchored to that in these moments. And you need to talk to God. And you need to ask him and tell him, okay, God, I hear you. I see you. I know I'm struggling right now. Things are hard, but I'm asking you to clear my path, to clear my head, to guide my direction, to light up my path for me wherever you want me to go. Because right now, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. I'm angry. And I don't want to make any moves without you. So cast your worries and your cares onto him, and he'll take care of the rest. And I know it's easier said than done, because I'll sit and cry and be stressed and just, I won't talk to anyone. I'll just be in my own head. And then I'll pray and get it together. But it's okay. We all have our moments in our days. Just take your time. The second thing I wanted to point out is another way you can spot the enemy is if someone around you is always negative, complaining, they just hate life. They most definitely are under spiritual warfare. They're under spiritual attack. And it's the enemy. So it's like it's easy for us to get upset with people who catch attitudes and stuff like that. And I know it's easy for us to get upset, but you have to sit and realize, well, first you need to sit and ask yourself, why are they so upset? Why are they so angry and constantly complaining, and just why do they hate life so much? And you may not have the answers. You may not know. They probably don't even know themselves. That's why they're acting the way that they do. But you need to take a step back. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. And just, I mean, in all honesty, you kind of just have to allow them to figure it out on their own if they're not trying to accept your help or, like, get any, like, professional help, like talk to a therapist or anything, or if they don't want to pray. Then you need to step back and, like I said, not get in your feelings. Don't get upset, because it's not them. It's what's inside of them. It's what they're fighting, what the enemy has been saying to them, how the enemy has been making them feel. It's all that stuff. So it's not you. It's not the outside. It's not the flesh. It's the spirit. Okay? So I remember watching this one video on YouTube last year. I went through this little, like, phase where I was, like, really into hearing people's stories about how they got closer to God and how they maneuver through life, and people who struggle with mental health problems like myself, like with my depression and everything, like how are they still able to function and stuff like that, and like how can bad things happen and people still have a good heart. So, like, I was watching a whole bunch of different videos, and I came across this lady's channel, and she was telling me this I don't really know if I should call it a dream or out-of-body experience. I don't know. But basically, she said she was asleep, and, like, God was showing her kind of how, like, the spiritual world works. Sorry. And in her dream, she said that I think she said she was in a church, but within that church, like, the devil was there, all his people were there, and they were trying to attack the girl and, like, the other spirits, the other good spirits that were also in the church. And the way the devil was trying to do it was it's like every spirit represented a candle. So, like, the candle was someone's spirit, right? And the enemy would go up to the candle, and he would and blow as hard as he could, and if that light went out, he would snatch your soul. And if the light was still there, if the candle was still lit, no matter how many times he blew on it, the light was still there, right? So that light that was still there represents people who, like, I guess you can say, know how to protect themselves, and the people who walk in the spirit versus walking in this world, this crazy corrupted world. The bigger the light, the harder it is for the enemy to attack you, is what I'm saying. The bigger your light, the harder it is for the enemy to try to attack you. So basically, I'm saying all this to say that those of us who feel like we're always fighting, we're always getting knocked down, life is just crazy, and, like, the enemy's just always trying to attack, that's because he sees your light. You may not see it. Other people can see it in this lifetime, like your friends, family members, they might see it too, but you can't see it. The enemy can see it, and God can see it too, because he's the one that gave it to you, first of all. Second of all, if the enemy can see it and he sees how big it is, yes, he's going to attack you even harder. He's going to attack you more often. He is trying his hardest to stop and prevent you from achieving whatever God has planned for you. And that's how you have to look at it. And I mean, that's basically what it is. I just realized I said the bigger your light. I meant to say the brighter your light, but you get what I'm trying to say. And another thing I wanted to point out, my mind is going blank. Give me a second. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out is the enemy's three main things, his three main goals is to kill, steal, and destroy. I believe I said that in my last video too. The enemy doesn't care about your life. He does not care about your happiness, your health, none of that stuff. He wants you to get so upset and so mad that you'll get in your car after an argument and you'll speed down the street, speed on the freeway, get into a car accident and die. Like that's how bad he wants you dead. That's how bad he wants your soul and your spirit. And it's like, we can't allow ourselves to just, I'm trying to use certain in different words, and my mind is going, I am so sorry. My mind is everywhere right now, and I still feel a little sick. So please forgive me that I keep like getting off track low key. But anyway, you just got to stay 10 toes down. And my sister, shout out to Bran Flakes. She gave me this little coin from the army, and it had a little scripture on it. And it's actually related to what I'm talking about right now. So, you know how I said sometimes the enemy attacks you in your sleep and you can wake up upset and all that stuff? Like, you need to, before you get up, you need to put on the armor of God. And I'm about to break it down to you. Armor of God. You need to put on the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the belt of truth, and your feet need to be shined with the gospel of peace. Protect yourself when you get up. Pray. Ask him to protect you. Ask him to protect your spirit. Ask him to protect you from the evilness and the bad energies that people are trying to send your way. Ask him, say, God, I don't even allow it to get into the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm that we can't see, but it's very there. It's very present, okay? And it's very real. So ask him to protect your spirit, to protect who you are. Cover yourself in the blood of Jesus, and just you have to stay strong. Your eyes need to be open. Another thing I wanted to point out, and my aunt taught me this, when you feel yourself, because sometimes I have my moments, and I know it's my depression, but it's also him too. But when I have my moments where I'm okay 1 minute, and then like I'll just get super quiet out of nowhere, or like I'll be in my head and I won't be talking to anybody. Like I'll just be in my feelings, right? When moments like that happen, and it might sound crazy and look crazy or look weird or whatever, but in those times, you need to verbally speak. The words need to come out of your mouth. You need to say, enemy, you know what? I don't have time for you today. Jesus, I come to you right now, and you need to get up, and I'm about to show you. You need to get up. You need to open your window, just like this. You say, enemy, I don't have time for you today. You need to get out of my room. You need to get out. You need to open your door, open your window. You need to tell him to get out, because you don't have time for his mess. I don't have time for the depression today. I don't have time for the anxiety, the anxiousness, the worry, none of that stuff. Sadness, we don't have time for it. Tell him to get out. And he will. Trust me. Trust me, he will. Plead the blood of Jesus over it. God, I give you full power and control over my life, over my situation. I don't want to be stressed anymore. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be mad at anybody. I just want to heal, and I want to get better, and I want everything around me to calm down. I want to see the light again. I want to hear your voice again. So please, Jesus, I'm asking you to protect me, to come to me, to guide me, to shield me, everything. Talk to him. It'll work too. All my life advice and all my YouTube videos are not going to be about God and me talking about spiritual things and stuff like that. Like, that's not what I want my YouTube channel to be. But there's so much darkness and craziness going on, and people's minds are just everywhere, and people's hearts are hurting, and I hate to see it. And I just want people to know that you can be strong all you want, but the most powerful source if you're a believer, is God. So don't only rely on you and your therapist and just natural resources. I mean, sorry, not natural resources, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you also need to pray. So that was my advice. And I hope I opened some eyes and I helped some people. And just know that we're all struggling. We're all in battle, in a constant battle. We are all going through spiritual warfare. All of us, believers, non-believers, every single human being is battling. Okay, so don't think that person's life is perfect and they got it all together. You don't know what they're going through, and you don't know what someone's mindset is. That's why I'm so big on spreading positivity and kindness, because you don't know people's home situations. You don't know how kids are getting treated by their parents. You see them at school every day, but that doesn't mean they're happy. Just because they're smiling doesn't mean they're not getting beat on at home, or they're not getting starved. And like, I know it's like, dang, like, why I gotta say it like that? But it's true. It's true. Like, this life, this world is crazy, and people are not nice. It's really sad. So let's just try our best to stay strong. Okay, stay grounded. All we have is each other. So we need to be there for each other. We need to listen to each other. We need to talk to each other. Open up more, and just be supportive. So let's try to go back and do our review topics. What did we learn? We learned that, one, we are all in a spiritual warfare. We are all fighting every single day. You don't see it, but you feel it. Okay. Second thing is, spot the enemy. People who are always upset, negative, stressed out, they are definitely under spiritual attack. So the enemy, that's them. It's inside them, inside their heart, inside their head. So just give them time. Know that it's not the person, it's what they're battling. And I know this part of the video is weird because I went straight from giving advice to ending the video. That's because I had 2 other clips before this, but I had to remove them because it made my video too long. So sorry about that. If you saw this before seeing part 1, part 1 is on my Instagram at Dasjunique. And thank you again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will have another video dropping for you guys sometime this week. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again. Thank you.